Hey y'all, so I made this chicken piccata, and if you love a buttery, lemony type of sauce, then you would love this. Here's how I made it. I diced up one whole onion. You can cut an onion however you like. This is how I cut it. I boiled water to get my pasta going and added a little bit of chicken bouillon before adding in angel hair pasta. I cleaned my chicken breast. With this recipe, I only used 3 chicken breasts. That is what's so good about it, because you need thinly sliced chicken. This is how I sliced it. I just cut mine right down the middle, and then I cut it in half, simply because when you're eating a pasta dish, you're going to want to cut up your chicken anyway in like bite-sized pieces, or you're going to end up having to pick it up and bite it. So I normally just try to cut it into portion sizes beforehand. It's easier for me to eat and easier for my family. So you just clean your chicken, get all the fat off, trim it up good, and slice it down the middle, then slice it in fours. If any pieces are too thick, you can pound them out to flatten them a little more, because you do want them to all be a consistent size. Then I just simply seasoned it with chicken bouillon seasoning, our Club Kitchen soul seasoning, and garlic lemon pepper. Soul seasoning and garlic lemon pepper does not have any salt, so you can go very heavy on this because the flavors are definitely phenomenal. The chicken bouillon adds the salt flavor that you need. You can use chicken bouillon, or you can use some sea salt or whatever kind of salt, or no salt at all, no sodium at all. That's always good as well. So I just did that on both sides before mixing it all up really well. Next, I grabbed my pan and added about 2 tablespoons of olive oil to the pan and 2 teaspoons of butter. And this is what I cooked the floured chicken in. You can also season your flour with those same seasonings that you season your chicken with. Next, you're going to add your floured chicken right into that pan. You're only going to cook it for about 3 to 4 minutes each side, because remember, this chicken is thinly sliced and we don't want to overcook it. So I just let the chicken cook about 3 to 4 minutes before flipping it over. I did that for each side before I removed the chicken from the pan. You can use tongs or a fork or whatever you need to remove it from the pan. Your pan should be about 350 degrees, a little bit over medium, because you don't want to burn that oil and butter, because we're going to use that later for our sauce. If you have an electric stove or a cooktop, I cook it at about 6. Gas, you would be a little bit over medium, not too much, because again, we don't want to burn it. And if you use 3 chicken breasts like I did, you'll have about 2 batches. So you're going to do the same thing for your second batch and just remove all of that. Next, we're going to add some more butter, about 2 teaspoons, back to that pan again. After that butter melts down, we're going to add in that whole diced onion and get that mixed up until it's fragrant. And then you are adding your garlic. I used about a teaspoon of garlic paste, or you can use minced garlic, or about 2 garlic bulbs that you mince yourself. I personally love using garlic paste. Try it out if you haven't. Next, we're going to add about a cup of chicken stock to that same pan, and right now we're about at a medium low. You're going to use the juice of 1 whole lemon, and next, after you juice that lemon, you want to zest it. Zesting it is simply just grating the skin off of the lemon and adding that to the pan. Next, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of flour just for thickening. Your pan should be at about a medium low, and just let that simmer and mix that up real well so you don't have any chunks of flour. Now you're going to add in your capers. You can add as many capers as you like. I used about a 1/2 cup, and then I also added in about a 1/3 cup of sun-dried tomatoes. Now about a 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream, and mix that real well too. Now you have built your sauce, and it is tasty. At this point, you should definitely taste it to make sure that the flavor is exactly what you want it to be. When I tasted my sauce, I felt like I needed more lemon, so I added in the juice of 1 more lemon here. but you can choose to do that or not. It may be perfect for you already, or you can add more capers, more sun-dried tomatoes. And after you made sure that your sauce has the exact flavor that you like, it should be buttery and lemony and full of flavor. You can just simply add your chicken right back to that pan. Make sure each piece has its own place. You just want to make sure that each piece has sauce once you add it back to your pan. Then you can flip them over or just let it just sit and chill just like it is. You're only going to cook it for about 3 more minutes on low. Let it simmer and you have your chicken piccata. Perfect, perfect Italian dish. You can serve yours with rice, potatoes, or eat it by itself. I would even love this right over broccoli, over spinach, however you like it. I used angel hair pasta as you saw earlier. We made that. And to my noodles, I simply just drained them, added butter, a little bit of garlic, salt, and pepper. Then after my chicken was done cooking, I topped it with a little bit more soul seasoning, if you know, you know, and some fresh parsley, and we were ready to plate. This chicken was definitely juicy and full of flavor. And if you love a pasta dish, I promise you will love this. It is not your classic cheesy sauce, but it is a lemon buttery sauce, and it is definitely one for the books. Next, you simply just want to build your plate. I gave my noodles a little twist in my bowl before topping it with my chicken. Here's why you definitely want to make sure that you have those good cut portions of chicken, because when you put it on your plate, you don't want to just have two big thick chunks of chicken on your bowl, and then you're going to have to cut it up and do more work when it's time to eat. And when it's time to eat and you can smell the flavor in the room, you definitely just want to dig right in. So here's why you definitely want to stick with the thin cut chicken breast. Add some of that sauce right on top to fall right down in those noodles, and serve and enjoy.